Okie dokie. Do. Well, there goes the weather stripping again, so that's fun. Why you gotta be like this, kid? Why you do this? Why you do this to me? Welcome back, everybody. I think we're streaming. It looks like we are. It is Friday. It is the viewer suggestion. We're on restream again, so if the stream starts looking like poop or sounding like poop, let me know, please, and we'll go from there. Corvus is not here, so we will turn that off. Do. Maybe? There we go. Why do I have 2 commission stickers? How long has that been like that? It's a huge goblin or a tiny polar bear. I'm just not realizing. There we go. I like that better. Okay. Sieg, welcome in. Playing Core Keeper and feeling unnatural level of hatred for yourself. Core, I keep seeing ads for Core Keeper. I like me a good tower defense game, but I've not picked that one up. Is it a mobile game? For some reason I feel like it's a mobile game. Here, look at all the stuff. Yeah, look at all the stuff. Nothing for you. Oh, you smell stinky. Okay, I just started this stream, and I'm gonna have to be right back. Which, you know, is normally how it happens. It's just weird timing. So let's get a little rugby on here, and then I will be right back, and we'll start this up for proper. We'll start this up for proper. You know, I can make it. It's like Terraria, but top down. Oh, interesting. That's not what I was thinking of at all, then. I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to write starting soon on here. And I'll be right back, everybody. Hang tight. Hang tight. Okay, I'm back. Welcome back, everybody. Using the old drawing paper. Yeah. Welcome in, James. The fact that Terraria and Core Keepers did a collab with the others. Stardew and Risk of Rain. That could be pretty funny. Hey, yeah. We've achieved rock banging caveman brain for the boy, which is great, but also very loud. Lots of banging. Pushing. Wow. Probably thank you for the membership. I am putting the finishing touches on commission today, so that means once we get another commission soon, we're gonna jump back to video game design, which is gonna be awesome. I had a whole bunch of stuff last week that I was ready to like push out, and we broke it again, which seems to be our MO. Thank you for the emotes, Bri. You know, it's been a while. You've been a member for 59 months. That's amazing. We've been doing this for a long time. We should see if YouTube has updated their membership things. Currently, I think we still only have the four emotes. Starting now. Let's do that next week. Let's try to do an upkeep next week where we just go through emotes, we go through the YouTube script crap, and we see what we can do with it. There's no reason not to do that. I keep trying to do game design like streams, but those are tough. You alright, kid? You choking on a turkey? What happened? Yeah, okay. His elements of Ark of Survival thrown in. There's a lot of games that are very genre specific, so like Ark Survival is really just a Minecraft clone with dinosaurs. I've played all those games. They're all good. They're all good games. I did not get too far into Ark. I spent a whole bunch of time. I played it when it was in beta. And they finally added the dinosaur stuff to where I could access it. So we started a new server. Spent all the time getting everything so that we could farm the dinosaurs. I got one that I could ride, and then another dinosaur instantly killed it. And I was just like, well, I'm done with this game now. It was the big shebang when I was in college, though. Everybody wanted to make all their games like Ark. I'm like, it's just slightly more complicated Minecraft. Which isn't bad, I guess. I was very critical of Ark. Very critical of it. Alright. We got a rugby. I'm going to jump right in today. The boy took his nap earlier while we were at the bank. So who knows what's going to happen today. He's a wild card. So we're just gonna jump at it. Oh, tiny caveman. Tiny caveman brain. I think I prefer Satisfactory over Ark. They're different, right? Like they're different play styles. I think nowadays I prefer Satisfactory. I used to love like hardcore survival Minecraft. Ooh, that was fun. But now Minecraft is also way more complicated. So, it is what it is. I need some dice. Blinded by the dice. Here we go. For those of you just joining us, I have no idea what's going on. It is... Oh, Brian, I just now realized I'm in the wrong chat. If you've been talking, I've not seen any of it. Hello! COVID started. What? Uh-oh. You on COVID break? Or is it just the season for it? I'm going to roll some dice. I have a list of characters to draw. The dice will decide what we draw. If you have a character that you haven't added to this list this week, you're allowed to submit it in the chat. I'll put it on the list, and then the dice gods will decide what we draw here. I rolled a 2, which is an Etten, whose right half is a barbarian and left half is a wizard. I assume they want an Etten with 2 heads, then. I think is what that is. A something. My brain is not functional today, apparently. Kid, you can't have the dice. I know you want to eat them. I don't know where you got that. Can I give you... What can I give you? All of these things are dangerous. Everything on my desk is dangerous, kid. That's why it's on my desk and not on the floor. Here. This isn't dangerous. Look at that. Look at that. Clip. What now? I got a clip on me. Either way, I'm going to fill the boss arena full of spikes. Because I'm tired of dying over and over again. Yep. I think I've done that. Spikes are good. I was trying to build a tower defense game and I accidentally built like a... I think I built something closer to Risk of Rain. Which is not bad. Not inherently bad. But... Last minute suggestion, Werebear Monk. Well, make sure it's on there. I don't think it is, because if it was put on the post after Monday, I don't have it. Werebear Monk. Okay, I gotta figure out how to draw an Etten here. How do you put 2 heads on a body? It just don't work. Do they have 3 pecs? I guess that wouldn't make sense. They don't have 2 arms. Where's the divergence? That is the question. Risk of Rain 1 or 2. More Risk of Rain 2, yeah. I believe so. I believe they are just used twins. Stitches and staple. Yeah, the original question, Bri, was where, not how. I mean, I think you're right. I think I did say how, but my inference was, yeah, where do these things fuse? Gotta give this one a wizard hat. Your hat's in the way. Did you want that to be alive? Well, someone's thinking about Halloween decorations. Put some stitches on the hat. Keep the hat from poking the other one in the face. Should we give this one a beard? Do Ettins have beards? Or does becoming a wizard just inherently give you a beard? Maybe it's like a Samson thing, where like you need the beard and that's where all your power is. guess the barbarian side could also have a beard. Why don't barbarians have more beards? Bad for fighting, maybe? Don't want to get grabbed in the beard? Or is it just a Conan thing? Burly beard barbarian. Witches store power in their hair, and that's why they have such long... Same for wizard beards. There you go. We figured it out. Nice job. That should be a good magical item. Like a wizard beard. Magic beard oil. Maybe that's what I'll do for my next next short. Just do like a line of magical beard oil. I like where this is going, but I also hate it. You know? I think we're going to change the body structure up a little bit here. We want more proper structure. Just because he's a wizard doesn't mean he has to be a weakling. So I think we're going to do something like this. I'm going to give him half a robe and an arm. Like a single... what is it called? What is the thing called between... Jerkin? Is it a jerkin? Is that what it's called? And then we're going to go... Wham! We're going to drop the opacity way down and start again. Here we go. This time we're going to start with the eyes on this one. I like giving him little horns. I think that's a good... some scars here. And then we'll make this guy real beefy. We'll go real beef. He's a curse removing beard comb. I think everybody's casting enlarged beard all the time. Maybe we don't give him a wizard hat. Maybe he's one of them small hatted wizards. Or as I like to call them, fake wizards. Give him the same kind of like hair tie down here for his beard. What's the new guy from Final Fantasy called? The two-headed lizard? Jujugal or something like that. I don't know why so many people are so thirsty for that lizard. Not enough lizard representation, I suppose. Fake wizards, you mean clerics? Clerics don't have to learn spells. I went on Reddit once and I said that scientists are essentially wizards. People got real mad at me. So be careful about that. Oh, what happened? What's going on? What's going on? Why so sad? What's this about? Why is this sad, baby? Hmm? What happened? Oh, you're ready for a nap? That's what happened? You decided you got tired? You got tired. Oh, sad boy. Yeah, okay. Hey, stop it. You can be up here, but you can't touch stuff. Yeah. You're not pulling one over on me, kid. Sorry, everybody. Might be a little loud for a second. No. I'm gonna mute myself for a minute. Okay. I'm gonna try really hard to get more than one done today. Kid is already being spicy. We're gonna go big beard. Oh, kid. What is going on? Thank you. Yeah. You are not allowed to touch this keyboard or the water. Bless you. Well, now you dropped it on the floor. Core Keepers is always underground. You are a man of caves. Oh, I think I saw Gab, Smolders, and Jacksepticeye playing Core Keepers. It's the last time. Then when it goes on the floor, it stays on the floor, kid. Tomorrow, everybody's gonna fight my big dragon boss. We'll see if anybody survives. But got some good little hooks going so far. But we have a lot of new characters, so if they die off, whatever. We'll see what happens. Home inspection for insurance, nice. Okay, everything's on the floor. Go get it. Yeah. I want to put like rings in his beard or something. Something fancy. Let's put some rings in it. This kid took like a 10-minute nap earlier and he was like, I'm good now. It's like, you're not. You're tired. You're tired and that's bad for everybody. Bad for everyone. Maybe I don't need the hand. Maybe this is just a bust. You know what? He needs a book. He probably wouldn't have. Well, he might have a staff. But he would need a book. How would that happen? How would you do that? How would a one-armed wizard have a book and a staff? Maybe they'd only have the book? I'm pretty sure I made a video talking about playing a two-headed character. If not, YouTube Shorts. Here we go. But there was a character in Heroes of the Storm called Cho'Gall from World of Warcraft. And he was a lot of fun to play, but like one person controlled the movement and the other person controlled spellcasting, which was really cool. And I dig that. I dig that type of play style. There's a magic orb at the Barbarians Club. The Israel uses a divine. That could work. That could work. The axe is also a wizard staff. I'm going to draw one hand, and then I'm going to call it. I'm going to draw one unnecessarily detailed hand. And we're going to call it a day on this guy. We'll draw the next one. Give him a big old book. I really want to do a stream where we, maybe not a stream, maybe I'll make a video or something, where we make a book, like a big old wooden book or a leather-bound book. That would be really fun. I should figure that out. Figure out the logistics of that. Corvus, welcome in.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going. It's a going. Kids calm down a little bit, which is good. Oh, and here he is. Stop. Kid, you're too tall. You're gonna just keep banging your head on the desk if you keep doing that. Yep. Stop. Oh my god. Okay. He stands up and like his head will just hit the desk. So I put my hand under, like between his head and the desk, and then he gets mad at me and like tries to shove my hand into the desk, and then gets upset. It's like, kid, if I can learn your spatial awareness, like figure it out.
All people don't have special awareness. We still think of ourselves as short. At least I do.
Okay, you can be up or you can be down, but you can't be just hanging off the chair. Oh, Jeebus kid.
Kid needs some jungle gems or something.
Yeah. Something.
So you can hang like a possum or a bat.
I need a vacation.
From your vacation?
No, my vacation was going to Boise for his birthday, which was not a vacation at all. Alright, I think I'm done with this big boy. Mew. So much space taken up. Put it over there. Oh my god. I'm waiting for the day when I get demonetized by Fisher Price.
I don't... Out of all the various corporations, I don't ever hear anything from Fisher Price,
Yeah.
so...
It's because they probably steal
You're
everything
probably
from something else.
So you're probably good?
Wow, kid.
Gee willikers.
I rolled a 6. Tar monster full of bones. Here's the problem with the tar monster. Tar is not transparent. So it's just gonna be a blue blab. A block.
Hang on, I might have something that could help you.
Wow. What is going on? Apparently we're back to dinosaur noises. We are Venom. Mattel owns Fisher Price. Okay. Does
What's
Mattel
this?
go after people?
That I am not sure.
What the
I don't know what Mattel owns. Other than Barbie. Here you go. Come on. A tar zombie snatcher.
Sorry, this kid is just running out of steam. Oh, good lord, that is terrifying.
They are the reanimated remains of victims of tar oozes.
Okay. Did you say horror?
So I guess technically asphalt.
Asphalt.
Tar.
Okay.
Because tar pits are not actually tar, but like asphalt or whatever it's called.
Well, now I don't know what you're talking about.
So like the La Brea tar pits.
Mm-hmm.
It's
tar,
not tar.
asphalt.
Tar is like man-made asphalt, if I'm understanding it correctly.
I assumed when you like tarred and feathered somebody, it was like tree pitch or something.
Yeah, which it normally would have been.
But La Brea tar pitch is petroleum based? Where are we going with this?
I remember learning that like the La Brea tar pits were not like how we think of tar, but are something different.
Interesting.
Let me Google.
Would you like to know more? I've been trying to find that gif of that stupid Fern Gully skeleton man forever.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to use it on one of the last videos I made. I couldn't find it. But the part where he's like going from the goo and like reaching out, that's what the kid does when he like is falling asleep. He's just like
Alright, so La Brea Tar Pit in Hancock Park was formed around a group of tar pits where natural asphalt, also called a bunch of other stuff.
Okay.
And La Brea means like is another name for tar or pitch or asphalt in Spanish. So
interesting.
Steeped up from the ground for tens of thousands of years, over centuries, bones and of trapped animals were preserved. So
what is asphalt? Can you just define asphalt for me?
Yeah, so asphalt is a viscous substance consisting of petroleum.
Okay.
So if you Google it, most people will tell you it's what you put on roads, but no. It also goes by the name of bitumen. Bitumen.
Okay.
Which is like what it should be called to like avoid confusing people. It also has like almost looks like obsidian when it's like hardened.
Oh my gosh, kid. kid's beyond his limits. Kid, you are absolutely fine. Oh my god.
Here's a mammoth version of those tar zombies.
It looks more like moss to me. This is my only problem with it. But maybe not. I mean, I guess it would clump up a lot more.
Yeah, if it's very viscous, it will. These are also things that were like consumed by the tar ooze and get spit out later. So it's probably less that they're oozing tar, but more or less just like coated and stuff. They even have rules for said tar zombies. When a creature is killed, while a creature is slain while engulfed by a tar ooze, one week later, a tar zombie emerges from the ooze.
So when they do stuff like that, like they have like a week or a month delay on things, I feel like those most of the time will never be dealt with by the party. Like you almost need it's got to be like an ongoing thing, right? Like, oh, we stopped the tar creatures, great, the zombies or whatever the hell they are, and then do something else, and then they come back, right? Like,
yep,
yeah. Which...
Hence why people will be screaming at you, "Do recall knowledge check."
Yeah.
Also, like the tar ooze itself is a level 10 creature. That's pretty high level for an ooze.
Yeah, that's actually pretty surprising. But I guess like it's sticky and probably.
That's actually one of its like little passive abilities. It's called sticky.
Is it any melee attack or? What
It's
does it do?
sticky. It's a reaction. The tar ooze is hit by a melee attack. The ooze can attempt a grapple on the creature that hit it.
That's awesome.
And the ooze must spend an action to extend the duration of the grab on the following turns as normal, which that's fine. I don't get the rupture rules. That's the one thing I never understand about the engulf abilities.
So,
or like swallow whole.
Yeah, the idea is that if a T-Rex swallows you, you don't instantly die, right? So you have some recourse. And so a lot of the times it might be listed there, but otherwise it's like a set amount of damage in one round causes the creature to vomit you.
Oh, okay.
So I'm assuming it's like Rupture 25 or something, or Rupture probably 60 since it's a level 10.
That's 17.
17? Yeah, so not bad.
Yeah. I guess because it's like an ooze, it's not like... It just has like muscle mass like to like compress you, so it's probably a little bit easier to escape.
Yeah.
I do love my ooze creatures.
And yet you've never played one.
Because I don't want to play a mindless creature.
Let's have the fun.
That's not fun. At least not to me, so
this out. Hi, the Basilisk. Welcome in. I'm not comfortable. I'm upset. The only thing I want is for you to hold me, but I'm... God. I want to just go like put him in bed, but if I do that, he's gonna freak the fuck out.
Freak out.
But I've been honest, it's been here, but really enjoy your work. Thank you. How you doing? I haven't been on Twitch as much in the last. Oh, lordy. Jonas, welcome in.
Okay.
I'm so tired.
It's been a little while. How are you doing? Besides being tired.
This kid screaming in my ear is what's making me tired.
I mean, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I can believe that. I can indeed believe that.
Have you been doing any art recently, Basilisk? If you do, you can share some of it in the chat if you'd like. People might only be on YouTube right now, I'm not sure. I might be able to put this kid to sleep. Give me 1 minute.
All right.
Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. I'm gonna try something.
Best of luck. Was that question directed towards me? Was the art question directed towards me or someone else?
No, I think it was just someone in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, I just name. I was like, huh? I don't recognize anyone from the chat. I assume it's also on Twitch. So.
Yeah.
Okay, that would do it. I was like, because I usually watch on YouTube, so I was like, Yeah, it is on Twitch. Man,
Normally there'll be like a little overlay where you could see all the chat, but I think it's probably broken.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, I saw people here. I saw Rook streaming. I was like, might as well visit. You know, it's been a little while.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing?
I'm alright. Kind of just cold and dreary, so I'm just kind of just exhausted. But I imagine that's Finland most days. Cloudy and dreary.
Man, it had been, the snow had melted away mostly. It was still cold. And then this morning, wake up, snow everywhere. Like 5 inches of snow everywhere. I was like, oh, man.
There may even be a small chance of us getting some snow, but I don't think so. I just know my parents and grandparent is concerned about it. I was like, we'll probably be fine.
Fair enough. But yeah. My other reason I joined was because I was drawing, so I was like, might as well enter an environment of artistic endeavors. You know. Went to a Korean buffet place with my brother today, so had some ideas there. Whilst we were chatting.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, we were there for 3 hours.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
I don't know if I could sit at a restaurant for 3 hours.
That's fair.
It feels like awkward to like sit and like talk at a restaurant for like over an hour for me.
Might be a cultural difference, actually.
Maybe.
You know, at least an hour minimum. That's what you spend at the restaurant. Unless you're alone, then you just eat.
Yeah. I think it's because maybe restaurants can always have like busy sections, and even if it's busy sections, like don't overstay your welcome.
Huh.
I don't know. At least that's how it feels to me.
Fair enough. Might be how it is. But yeah, I got an idea to draw a mushroom wizard man.
Mushroom, mushroom.
Or a mushroom caster. Came up with a hilarious name for him. Very simple, very memey. I think it was Albrecht Lichen. Yep.
Great.
He's not even a mechanist. He's just a guy who has like a fucking mold cloak and everything. That's such a funny idea. I had to draw him. And yeah, now here we are.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab me something to drink.
Alrighty then.
Go down the floor.
I will try. Hold on.
I'm fucking losing my mind. Oh, let's see what we got here. Maybe? I see the link. Oh, I can't click on it from Restream. That's what's going on. Let's look at Twitch. Nice. Can I share that on? Somehow I can share this. I know this. Go check out Eye of the Basilisk. They do some good work. This looks really good. I like the colors. It feels very painted, which is awesome. Like, and I struggle with trying to get that nice, like, brush stroke and feel to my stuff. How you doing, Jonas?
I'm doing okay. Pretty great, actually, maybe.
Good.
Even. Minus the allergies, but you know.
Minus what?
Minus the allergies. But, you know, that is just the usual. But yeah, I decided to hop by, as I explained earlier. I was drawing, saw you guys were streaming it online, so I decided to hop by for good old artistic atmosphere.
There we go. That's the stuff that the Basilisk was sharing. It's good. I like it. I'm working on a piece right now that requires a lot of metal, a lot of like armor plates. I'm having to like rediscover how to paint armor. It's always a pain. But yeah, very cool. The hair looks good too.
Best of luck with that.
Yeah, nice work.
Very
Check them out on Twitch. Should be a link over. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Are you streaming on Twitch still these days? I'm not sure. If you would rather put a link to your Instagram or something, feel free. Yeah. Did you want to draw with us today, Jonas?
Nah. I'm already drawing in the background. So.
You don't have to. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on with the kid being the way he is. Now he's attacking
share
me
my
more.
Doodle later, I guess.
I tried to put him down for a nap, and as soon as you tip, like I'm holding him on my shoulder. As soon as I tip over a little bit, he just starts screaming. He's just like, "No!" And he fights me and punches me in the throat and shit. I hate it. Haven't streamed in a long time, but I might come back at some point. Yeah, nice. Yeah, feel free to post whatever you want, if it's an Instagram link or however. I've also not been on Twitch very much recently, so I feel it. YouTube's been treating me better, but I'd like to get back to both. Sometimes Restream just can't handle two, though.
I see. That's unfortunate.
I warn you that anyone who sees it, didn't post for a while, and I did a bunch of studies, so there's a weird jump in quality. That's nice. That's always good. I kind of want to give this thing a big old tail, like give it like a spine tail, and I think I'm gonna call it on this one.
What's the prompt?
It was a tar
monster
full of bones.
A tar monster.
Yeah, tar monster full of bones.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
The kid decided that sleeping was not a good idea and decided to now just be fully awake. So I don't understand this kid.
It's just children for you.
Yeah. That being said, I probably understand him more than knows because I can't nap. Can't nap to save my life. So. What was the bone thing I threw at you guys last week? I can't remember. A bone,
Given a swarm of dinosaur skulls?
Yeah, the swarm of dinosaur skulls. Which I think is super cool. It's probably one of my favorite monsters so far, but... I do feel bad for Druid. Because Druid just... He's playing a ranger, but... we've not had the potential to, like, shoot a lot of stuff.
Man, he managed to take care of one by using a femur as a club.
Yeah. I think that's the beauty of Pathfinder is that, like, unfortunately it gets washed out a lot by the min-maxing. But, like, spending your term aiding others and, like, doing things like that, super useful. Super useful. Brian, welcome back. I hope your home is well inspected. Ooh, a Blue Sky link. I need to post things on Blue Sky.
I think I've shared some of your videos on Blue Sky. I can't remember.
I think I have posted a few things, but I'm not on social media very often. My Instagram is slowly dying.
It's fair. I am barely on Twitter. I refuse to call it X. And
Twitter is a cesspool.
yes, even more so now. But
it's like most online spaces eventually.
Blah, blah. I think that's good enough. I'm gonna call that. Whoa. Yeah. You okay?
Did you break something?
I scared myself. Let's see if we can do one more, at least. This kid's like so close to falling asleep. I just have to trick him into actually falling asleep.
yeah, which will only happen if you're not streaming.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just need like 10 minutes to make him pass out. No. Stop it. Hey, hey.
Be Jesus. Are you gonna be able to play with this tomorrow, Jonas?
Ooh, good question. I think I should be. Let me check if my thing is then. Shouldn't be. I should be able to. I think.
Okay.
We'll see.
We did take a long rest, so like, if you had to dip out, it probably wouldn't be too difficult.
You should also be level 4, yeah? Is that what we're talking about?
No, I asked if Jonas was going to be in our game tomorrow, so.
Yeah, my answer is probably. I hope my plans don't change, but we'll see. So I guess if I don't show,
Yep.
Time to kick me. Smiley face.
Plasmoid druid who only turns into other oozes.
I mean,
Knock it off.
I'm okay. I'm kind of okay with that kind of idea.
Good work. Alright, I guess they just switch colors.
I have to be right back.
Alright.
Okay.
I wanted to make. I guess I still do want to like make one. An ooze wizard, but they're not like an ooze, but like a wizard that studies oozes and kind of obsessed with them. There's like a few there's like a spell called ooze form, which lets you polymorph into different oozes.
In Pathfinder, I assume?
Mm-hmm. There's also a familiar called a spell slime, which is an ooze, of course.
I guess it casts spells. Or eats spells.
Let me refresh my memory what it does.
Go wild. Yeah.
I have an ooze.
Oh yeah, livestream chat. I should check what's going on there. Ah, yes, hello, Brian. Sorry I didn't say hello earlier. I don't know if I did, but just in case.
Just let's say eat magic, but they can like they're like a walk. They have like walking detect magic on.
That's cool.
They're also like immune to critical hits and precision damage, which is nice.
I am doing well indeed. I hope you're doing well as well. So many wells. Yeah. The crit thing makes sense for oozes.
Mm-hmm. And same with precision, because there's nothing to like precisely hit about an ooze.
Yeah. Funny thing I found out is if you have a weapon that like has deadly, even so, if you crit an ooze, you don't double the damage, but you still get the extra die from it.
Yeah.
Which I was like, wow, I didn't think about that.
And then there's Fatal, which when you crit, it upgrades all your dice to the whatever damage dice of that Fatal is.
Mm-hmm.
So like picks and I think most firearms have Fatal on them of some type. So it's like really good to crit with a weapon in the pick family or the firearm.
Mm-hmm. Intense.
Well, sorry, I'm back. This isn't working, so we're gonna try to do this drawing. We're gonna give him 10 minutes, and then we're gonna go check on him because he is just refusing to sleep. But he's super tired. So, if you can hear that screaming, sorry. If not, like I said, we'll give him 10 minutes and we'll see what happens. What we're doing? We're doing an ooze that transforms into other oozes, right?
Yep.
Sweet. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm just so tired. People have been raising kids for ever. Literally for as long as people have been around. I don't know how they do it. Don't know how they do it.
I think they ask the same question of themselves often as well.
Yeah, probably.
Labor of love.
Grandparents.
Grandparents. Just have someone else do it. Daycare.
The village.
Yeah.
That is true. Having people help is pretty important.
Say it again.
Having people to help out is pretty important.
I agree. Oh my god, he stopped crying. It means he escaped or he fell asleep.
Don't jinx it now.
Yeah. Oh no, he's awake. I can hear him now. He's been fed, he's got a clean diaper. He's got cried out. Doctor told me to let him just cry it out. Because Cain, Abel, and Seth would have parents, children if you believe certain things. Did we ever figure out why humans lived to be 400 years old in the past? Is that a mistranslation or seasonal differences? Or did people just live to be 400 years old at one point in time?
I am pretty sure that is just maybe different ways of people counting time. That's been one example.
400
if you
seasons.
truly believe in it, seven-day creationists would say it's because Earth had more oxygen and thus people lived longer.
Okay. I don't know if that it would be the case.
I don't think that pans out, but yeah.
Yeah. I think more oxygen would cause more oxidation.
What have I missed? What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm nothing but confused.
You say you were confused?
Yeah, like what the hell? Are you talking like in Pathfinder lore or
no,
just something
like,
else?
a lot of the Bibles, like Noah lived to be like 400 years old.
Yeah.
And like Cain and Abel all lived to be super old.
That is also part of the Bible, though, that is purely like
Speculative?
meant to be like myth
Yeah.
based. Like it's in like Genesis, so like I think you just gotta take it as a grain of salt. Like, yeah, this is probably like a myth, then probably somehow explains why people don't live as long as they did or stuff like that. So
It's the sin. The sin.
no, it's only if you're Catholic.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I've never heard of that before. 400
Yeah.
years.
Microplastics? Yeah.
In like Genesis, there's like an entire section where it's just like a family tree, and they go through like how old people were, and
X begot X and X begot X, and someone was 200 and some years old when they had their last kid, and it was like, what the fuck is going on here?
The oldest one was a guy named Methuselah, hence why certain fantasy writers use Methuselah for like elder vampires.
Didn't she have her last kid at like 80 or something?
Well, that was Sarah, I think.
Sarah.
Bible school with Corvus and Rook.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's your decree, right? It's like...
Yeah. I didn't focus in Genesis, though.
Mythology and theology are related, you know? That's okay.
Often, yes. But yeah, I had never heard of that before. Maybe I had, but just no recollection.
I think it's just a thing that no one talks about because it's a little outlandish.
Believe my religion. Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
Did we tell you about our super beings and our Nephilim?
And I would have heard about it, but yes, it just doesn't really matter in the Lutheran Church.
No.
Yeah. It's like, that only ever comes up, like, in Genesis. The book. And so it's just like, afterwards, it may pop up, like, in references to it, but, like, it's like kind of quickly, like, ignored.
Corvus and I had like an hour-long conversation about transubstantiation yesterday. Slowly becoming a religious channel. But we don't talk about religious politics here.
Yep. Also, we didn't do it
on
during the stream.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's been about 10 minutes. I'm gonna go check on the boy. See if he's passed out or not. I'll bear back.
I hear noises, so I assume no.
Okay, yeah. I'll bear back. 1 second. like defusing a bomb. We're back, everybody. Sorry about that. Hope everybody's doing all right today. Not sure if there's anybody left, but that's fine.
Yeah, it looks like. Let's see. It might just be Elliot.
That's all right.
I was reading up on my biblical longevity theories
Okay, hit me.
because of what you were asking. So, there's obviously the literal version that yes, people live that long.
Mm-hmm.
And they try to come up with various reasons, like the water vapor canopy theory.
Water vapor canopy theory.
Apparently, according to those people, before the Great Flood, there was like our atmosphere was thicker, I guess is a good way of saying it. The ozone layer was not thinned out, and it protected us from more radiation.
So, here's the problem. From a biological
There's probably a few.
Whoa.
Yeah, go on.
Knockstar, welcome in. Thank you for the follow.
I should specify. I don't follow.
Oh yeah.
That
No, I'm not
way of
arguing.
thinking.
I'm just here's my thoughts on that without any other research, right? We don't die of solar radiation. Like that's not the leading cause of people dying.
Yes.
No.
So I don't know if that's a
I think they're saying that like due to solar radiation, our lifespans have been shortened.
Okay.
Not that it kills us, but over the thousands of years, it has shortened
Slowly
our
dwindled us.
lifetimes. Yep. The theory that I kind of like is that
Because our cells have skill issues. Yeah, essentially.
is from this one conservative apologist who I can't believe I'm going to say this. He understands it as like a mytho-history because like in Babylonians did the same thing with their very important kings, having them live for like 1,000 years.
Okay.
And he theorizes that the writers did this intentionally because none of them lived to 1,000 in the Bible. And it's like, as like a dig against them, it's like, yeah, our kings aren't divine because only God is divine. Okay. As like some sort of petty backhand. Which is
that's on par for
very common.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's probably true. And so, like, he argues that you should never look at these long ages as literal ages of people, but as these are very important people to the narrative, and thus we are extending their time because of their importance. And it's also kind of meant to like
give them more
show
wisdom
like the distant past, because like when Genesis would have been written down, it would have been well before any of those, well after those people have died.
Yeah.
So if they were real. So it's just
sleep?
like
My
to
death
give
will keep me from eating restaurants as they only serve cooking. Yeah, the kid finally fell asleep. I tried to feed him a little bit. Shit, I left his bottle in there. But I don't want to go back in there and get it. Conundrum. Conundrum.
what would he do if you left it?
It'll get cold, and then he'll be mad when he wakes up and wants it.
Ah.
But if I go in now and try to get it so it stays warm, then he might wake up. I don't want that. All babies are tiny terrorists.
Unfortunately, depends on the baby.
Yep.
Increase your
I
stealth
have
stat.
met a couple of very calm babies.
Oh, this kid's super chill, except when he needs to nap. Like, he gets tired and he becomes a little asshole.
Time to share my sketch.
He sleeps through the night, which is great. Like, most people don't have that. He's walking super early, so I'm not, like, carrying him around. He just wants to be picked up all the time, and the only way he thinks he can sleep is on somebody's shoulder. And so if you're not holding him when he's trying to sleep, he gets very mad, and he starts, like, throwing elbows and shit. And that sounds like a joke, but no, like he wants to be on your shoulder, but then he gets upset and he starts like cramming his arm under your throat, under your chin. He's just like, meh, meh. Starts kicking you in the guts. It's like, kid, you need to chill the fuck out. This thing needs more feathers. I've decided it needs more feathers.
Why does it need feathers?
This is a druid, and I feel like any gooey, sticky thing would collect leaves and feathers.
Fair enough. Sticks and twigs and whatever else it comes across.
What if Radagast was sticky?
He was.
I was gonna say he probably was.
Then again, maybe goos aren't sticky per se, but maybe they're just like Jello has that weird hard film on it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably more like just big bags of Jello.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can like. How do I say?
Biofilm.
Probably don't splatter exactly. They're not that liquid. I think they're more viscous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the
I
South,
kind of think of them almost like tree sap or something like that.
Yeah, that's
Not tree,
good.
not tree sap, but like, I guess yeah.
Yeah, sap works.
Like certain trees, when like they're wounded, they'll like secrete like a bunch of like sap that gets really like sticky and tacky.
Mm-hmm.
Resin.
So, yes. In my mind, I was thinking of like the peach tree that we have that did that, but it wasn't resin, of course.
I finally started playing Pathfinder the Righteous
Nice.
like a week or two ago.
That's fun. Did they patch it so that it doesn't make your computer explode?
Yes, I
Good.
think so. My PC can run it, and my PC is pretty old now.
My PC is pretty good, and I couldn't run it. It kept freaking out.
I think you also like got it like when it like came out too.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah, I played it
So-
on release day, and it was not a. There were a lot of people having that issue. I was also trying
did
to
not
stream
get
it
released.
and streaming it and recording it, just like couldn't do it.
Yep.
Couldn't do it.
And then like trying to draw at the same time.
Yeah, I think it runs better now. I'm not sure. Because I only got it recently from a sale, so.
Does that have a multiplayer function? I actually don't know.
Hmm?
Can you play that multiplayer?
Don't think so.
I remember it, like Path of Exile, not Path of Exile. The one they made before that.
Kingmaker.
Yeah. Kingmaker wasn't multiplayer.
I they are making a multiplayer game. I'm not sure.
It would be really fun if it was multiplayer.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound really weird about like Baldur's Gate. I kind of wish we had like the Baldur's Gate engine, but Pathfinder mechanics,
Sure.
like build. Because I kind of realized what I mixed from both.
Mm-hmm.
Baldur's Gate is missing that detailed building, and Pathfinder is missing that, clean, like exceptional engine.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know, maybe Larian will smoosh up the Paizo or vice versa.
Yeah.
I don't think Wrath of the Righteous did well.
Probably not.
They put out a lot of expansions for it.
Oh, have
More
they?
than
Okay.
I think Kingmaker. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
think
did worse.
It
but
did
then it's still
better
one.
because it wasn't like a kingdom builder.
Yeah.
You wasn't playing Civilization.
Still kind
As
of
an
hard.
art. Yeah, but none of it's like. From my understanding of Kingmaker is like you're like starting your own kingdom.
Yeah.
You take over this area, and there's just a lot of like, oh, you need to make sure you have the right advisors, and
Yeah.
make
Very
sure
much
enough
so.
people are doing.
So I played Kingmaker, and I almost wondered why I stopped playing. And then I recently remembered, oh yeah, I rage quit.
You Elon Musk
Couldn't
did?
get past a certain point.
What'd you say, Rick?
I said you Elon Musk did.
I don't get the reference.
He played more Path of Exile this weekend, and the chat basically flamed him until he rage quit.
It's because
I made the
one,
dumb
he
mistake of
sucks,
playing-
but also it came out that he wasn't actually playing, but was like had someone like playing for him.
Weird.
It's like such a
Rich douche thing to do.
yeah.
The feathers look like shuttlecocks. Maybe he's playing badminton. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. He's just got little birdies stuck in him.
Mm. Yeah, I think it was because I made the dumb decision of playing it on difficulty that's like pretty much exactly the normal game,
Yeah.
which is actually hard.
Yeah, I kept playing it on. I did a few hardcore runs, and I never got past the first chapter. I was like, man, well.
Yeah.
It's also like one of their few adventures that like goes from like I think level 1 to level 20.
I distinctly remember hating the Fae section. And then the goddamn Lich dungeon.
Okay, I think I'm done with this guy. Time is it here? 1:30. The boy's asleep though, so we're gonna keep going. We gotta take advantage of this time. What's the next one? One. I have been rolling so low. A tiger centaur with wild magic barbarian. Oh no.
Tiger Centaur, so it's just Tiger Man with Tiger lower body.
That's actually a good. Yeah. Which part? Is it a Lionel? Or is it a man with tiger body?
At least my first idea was like humanoid top half of Tiger Man, and then bottom half is just Tiger.
It's just tigers all the way
What I
down.
imagined. Yeah, just Tiger.
It's like that one enemy in Breath of the Wild,
That's
Yeah.
a
but I
Lionel.
think they're lions.
I used
Yeah,
to freaking. I used to call them centaurs. I didn't realize they were called Lionels until Breath of the Wild. Yeah, did not realize they were supposed to be cat people. Like, I thought they were just weird looking centaurs in the first game.
Normal Tiger with human appendages. Am I confused?
And I guess tigers don't have manes, dang it. I was gonna give them a big old lion's mane.
Ligers have manes.
Well, that's not what it said, though.
It's part tiger.
I see what you wanted, and I added some stuff to it.
Which you do all the time.
I do, yeah. I know you said tiger, but I decided it was going to be a pufferfish. Jonas, did you play the new WoW expansion? Wait, is there a new expansion out, or has it just been? Might not have been a new expansion yet.
Well, it's been a while for the new. It's been out for a little while, so it's been like a lot of patches.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't played the new patches, but I played it when it came out. I thought it was alright. Yeah. But then I was like, why? What's the point of grinding all of this gear when it's gonna be worthless next patch?
Yeah.
And then I quit.
I bought the Brontosaurus, and then I quit.
Fair.
I don't know what I've done, but I've drawn some kind of strange polar bear. I screwed up the tiger. Oh, longer face. I need a longer face. Tigers have dong faces.
I guess.
You want to see how to draw a tiger? Let me give you guys a quick tutorial on how to draw tiger faces. One second. There we go. Close this so I have space. You start with the top of their head. Yeah. Which is like a half thing.
Me waiting for the stream to catch up.
If you want. And then you draw a big old penis. Draw a big old penis. And then you give him some really floppy balls. And it's a tiger.
It looks like
this on delay.
Honestly, that looks more bear-like than a tiger. Just saying.
Now you think it looks like a bear? Yep.
It does look like a bear.
Looks like a putty. Disposable minions. Were the putties ever successful in anything they did?
I don't think so.
Stupid. The putty just made me think of a really stupid meme. And it doesn't matter. Maurice was in here last night just raving all night. Oh, I see why he looks like a bear. Yep. There we go. I think that helps. What if it's the top half of a tiger on the torso of a man?
Jesus.
Damn it, Rick.
Army? Ten soldiers, huh? So is Rita just a regular ass sorcerer? Is that what we're learning?
Also, Brian, I'm pretty sure the putties are like golems, because like I'm pretty sure they're like made of clay.
I think so. I mean, they're called putties, right?
Yeah.
Essentially what we've done here is just stuck at a human torso on a tiger's neck. Like, what if we replace your neck with a torso? She's not just a witch. I said wizard. Because that's a wizard spell.
Actually, you said sorcerer.
Did I? Well, my bad.
Yep.
Rewind the tape.
Get in the comments.
Get in the comments. Zordon's a warlock patron. Where the fuck did Zed come from? It's just like...
I think they've like found him in a tomb or something.
So he's a lich.
I believe so. Yes,
Gotcha.
or something along those lines. Or he showed up on a spaceship. 1 to 2. I can't remember.
He just showed up. Meow. She's amazing, beautiful, and powerful. I join if you recruit me. Who trapped her in the moon?
Zordon?
Was it Zordon? Okay. You got all that time. You think you would have just, I don't know, built a spaceship to go back to the moon and do it again. Way to finish, like, half finish a job.
I mean, she was locked up until some astronauts opened up her tomb or prison. So.
Right, but like, oh, Final Fantasy spoilers. I don't want to spoil it. If you encase an evil deity on the moon, maybe leave something on the moon to make sure that doesn't happen. They'll never find it. They'll never find it. Oops. Or at least, like, teach the Power Rangers the sealing spell. So they can just do it again, you know?
Right, I think you're a little biased here, so any and all comments Brian makes does not reflect the views of this company.
He's kind of evil. He turns a bunch of kids into a killing squad. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I'm not going to argue that. I would give you the argument that ergo Rita might be the good guy trying to kill Zordon. She kills a lot of people. Like, just arbitrarily kills a lot of people. Cookies often break. I think you meant you sometimes have to break a few eggs.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta break a few legs to make an omelet.
I really honestly don't remember the Power Rangers that well. Is this like a He-Man scenario where she doesn't really care about the Earth, she just wants whatever's in Zordon's spaceship? I don't really remember her motivation to keep sending putty men to this tiny town.
Yep. And then later on, she actually kind of becomes like an actual good guy in the story.
I thought she married Zed and then tried to kill everybody again. Is it later than that?
Yeah, a lot later, like in a different series. But yeah, they also got divorced.
Great.
Because she got tired of his BS and left him. Or he actually left her, I think.
I mean, he ain't got no skin, so I don't know.
And Skeletor doesn't have any face.
That's what I'm saying. They're too expensive. Zeo crystal? What is Zeo crystal? Is that how she was trapped the first time?
No, I think that's what she wanted.
Oh, okay. Was Zordon actually a person, or was he just like a hologram left by the real Zordon? I can't remember.
In the movie, he was a person. Like,
okay. Bryan Cranston, right? Is that what we're talking about?
I don't know.
Time vortex person. Okay. So like when we see him in the show, he's just a big face in a tube, right?
Yeah.
So,
but in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, like, Ava News like destroys the tube, and you actually see that he's like a withered old man, in the tube.
Okay. Beep, 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 beep. Tiger Tar? Yep, we're drawing the Tiger Tar. Somebody wanted it. I don't know who. But here we are.
Because you've been making Centaur content.
I know. It's my own fault. It's what the people want.
Snake ladies and centaurs.
Yeah. It's the only thing that gives me above 20,000 views.
I like how I stopped listening, and my attention immediately returns when I hear Snake Lady. God damn it.
Dun, 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 dun. I made a batch of granola bars last night, and I've eaten them all. They're all gone now.
Good job.
No idea how many calories that was, but probably a lot. How many calories are in 2 cups of granola?
Probably depends on the granola.
Oh, actually not that much. Okay. I believe he's an alternate universe Zordon. Oh, is Zordon just like the wizard universe wizard or something?
I don't know. I've watched Power Rangers. I don't think I've watched enough Power Rangers to be in on all the details. I just was getting some Power Rangers content like a few weeks ago.
I didn't watch it very often. I was way more into like X-Men and stuff. And then I remember like when the first movie came out, my parents thought that I really liked it, and I was like, I'm good. But, 'cause I'm a hipster, and it was very popular.
I mean, so was X-Men.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's also true, Elliot. There is definitely some alternate universe time travel BS that happens. There's like, I remember seeing this person was talking about like, there was like I don't know, like a 3-part episode where they had all the Red Rangers like converge into one timeline to fight. I think maybe like Zed's son?
Okay. Actually, that's a good question. Are all the different Power Ranger shows just different universes? Or do they all exist in different times?
I think it's different times for the most part, because there are crossover episodes with other Power Ranger generations.
Do the Turbo Kids still have dinosaurs, or are they just all cars?
I think the dinosaur resorts were destroyed.
Oh.
That's why I think they got the turbo stuff.
So they rebuilt them? We made them stronger.
And faster. Much faster.
I was sick of those slow mastodons. I gave this one a Hemi. I know.
I will also say there's also, I'm pretty sure, a crossover between Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So
I remember that. I don't think I actually watched it, but I remember it. I forgot that the Ninja Turtles had a live-action TV show.
and like 2 or 3 live-action movies.
Yeah, no, I remember the movies. I definitely remember the movies.
Oh no, man.
Welcome in. Pretty sure the kid's gonna wake up here soon. Let's try to do one more and then we'll call it. I'm out of space. I'm out of space.
Time for a new layer.
Yeah, I might have to turn some layers off here. Do. Kitty tiny over here.
It's kind of late for me, so I'm gonna pop up now. I'll see
Alright.
you guys.
Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you later.
Catch you later.
Werebear Monk. Werebear Monk. Easy peasy.
Type of bear. Polar bear? Werebear? Sloth bear?
Did you say Loth Bear?
I said sloth bear. That's what Baloo is based off of.
Gotcha. Reminds me of the Lune from Zelda. Oh yeah, what the hell? I just said the name of it.
Leonin?
Lionin. Leonin?
I don't know. The lion centaur people.
Yeah. Lynid? That doesn't sound right either. It's Lionel. There we go. Lynle, I think. Might be EL. I think it's EL.
Lionel Johnson.
Yep. Lycanthropy.
Weremoose.
Weremoose is a terrifying one.
They have statted them up in 2E
Oh, have they?
Pathfinder. Yep.
Oh no.
I don't know how they spread their curse. Because I don't think they get a bite attack.
I like the idea that you just have to like hear it. You just hear the loon, like the. It's like, oh no.
If you hear a loon on the full moon, you're cursed with to be a weremoose. Let's see here. Oh, it's from their antler attack.
Okay, that makes sense.
Which does 1d8 plus 6 piercing damage.
I think they have to do bludgeoning damage.
Hmm?
I would think it would do bludgeoning damage because they don't really have. Maybe do they have sharp horns?
I mean, they terminate into points.
Okay.
And then they also have a great axe attack. Hatchets.
They don't have a stomp or a kick.
No. And oh, that's kind of a low saving throw for what I was expecting. It's a DC 17 Fortitude save.
It's easy to resist the moose. Easy to resist the call of the
Oh,
moose.
it's because it's a level 3 creature.
Okay. How many moose get eaten by bears?
I don't know. I mean,
yes, lions are scary, but like they don't fuck with hippos. they just don't.
hey, crocodiles don't even mess with hippos.
That's what I'm saying.
Hippos will gang up on the crocodile and tear it apart. I mean, we know that they will occasionally, if they're really, really hungry, will go after a moose, but I don't know how often that is.
Right. Like a baby moose, maybe, but I feel like moose should be higher up there on the totem pole of scary shit to deal with.
Yeah.
I guess they're not hyper aggressive, but like still, if you
I
give
mean,
a
they're
moose,
about...
if you gave a moose the intelligence of a man, it would be terrifying.
So with the different were creatures they have, they're either level 2, level 3, or level 4. So a weremoose is middle of the pack, along with a werewolf. Oh, just werewolves. So moose is about on par with a werewolf.
Okay.
Level 4s are bears, shark, and tigers.
Shark's still probably one of my favorites.
Goblin shark.
Yep. If you're on a boat and you see sharks, you're like, oh, that sucks. And then they start climbing the side of your boat. It's like, yep, there's a problem. There's a problem.
Apparently, with their little write-up about were sharks, apparently they suffer like from like greater moon stuff than other were creatures because they're sea life creatures.
I dig that.
So like the full moon has like an even like they go into even more of a ferocious frenzy during a full moon.
They suffer from seasonal depression at a higher rate than most other creatures.
Were tiger. Speaking of rare creatures, I was looking at the rare creature archetype the other day,
Okay.
and because I haven't looked at it intensely, but something you probably would appreciate. If you have the archetype, you do have a weakness to silver.
Nice. So Pathfinder weaknesses are just flat amounts, right?
Yeah, so like, I don't know how much it is because I didn't look at it. It's probably in the dedication. Because the only reason I saw it was if you happen to be a beastkin, which is a versatile heritage, you get you lose that vulnerability to silver.
Oh, lucky them.
Yep. But I think that's like only at like level 5.
Okay.
Why doesn't sunlight affect were beasts?
Should it? I mean, it stops them from transforming, technically.
Yeah. It kind of makes them sane until the next full moon.
I would allow that if someone casts like sunlight on a were creature, temporarily knock them out of their.
Especially if like maybe they're in like in a closed area.
Yeah.
Where they can't like see the moon or something.
But that requires that we're saying that they can only transform during the moon, or because most lycanthropy things in this game are player controllable, and at that point, it's like, do we even need the moon anymore?
Yeah. So they do. In How the Wild, they did some write-ups about were creatures, and so there's like 2 types or categories of were creatures. Those who were afflicted with the curse, like from a combat encounter with a creature, and those who are born with it, i.e., true were creatures.
Okay.
So, like, people, like, if your parents were werewolves, they had you'll be born with it. So, true were creatures always retain their memories, as well as true were creatures have full control over their shape-shifting, except during the full moon.
Okay.
When the transformation is irresistible.
So the moon is supposed to be more of an affliction versus a boon.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that I'm okay with that.
And cursed, afflicted were creatures, they do not retain their memories after they transform, as well as they have like no control over their transformation, so you could have it pop anytime.
No Name's also adding, why does sunlight not affect where it's just reflected light? I think the moon, light reflecting off the moon, is tainted in some way. Is the idea. Even
Well,
though...
also, for a good while, like when these stories were being written, people thought the moon had its own light.
Yeah.
And in Pathfinder, there's a literal moon goddess, which presumably probably radiates light from the moon. So. Because the sun is a literal place that you can visit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's like creatures that live on the sun.
Alright.
Like phoenixes and salamanders.
I know you could go to the moon.
Mm-hmm. Well, earlier I was reading that were sharks are actually more afflicted by the moon during because the moon has control
Over the tides.
gravitational pull over tides and everything, so they're even more afflicted by the moon.
I really think it's more to do with the wolves than the light of the moon, you know?
Yeah.
Because wolves are affected by the moon. It makes them howl. You get all angry. Which is superstition anyway, so who cares?
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, that's kind of superstition, but yeah, okay. But I get what you mean. Well, it's like you're mostly gonna hear wolves, generally hear wolves howl at night, and...
So what I'm saying is, like, I don't think all lycanthropy needs to be moon-based. I think it's moon-based because they're wolves, right? So, like, werebears, I don't know, maybe they get stronger in the winter, or less, like, get weaker in the winter.
Become lethargic.
Yeah. Or maybe they just fall asleep, which is also bullshit, but, like, yeah.
Yep.
Werebeavers just, like, can't stand running water.
Start screaming.
Yeah, they transform whenever they hear running water, and just like, ah!
Yeah, I'm willing to make person that was a were creature. But
Do you want to be a were capybara?
no. As much as that'd be cool.
I mean, jump rope's playing one. You can do it. I'm kind of lost on what y'all drew. So now it's a werebear, but I can't really figure out what the rest is. We have a tar-based ooze with bones. We have a tiger centaur. We have an ooze druid and a two-headed ogre mage barbarian.
Etten?
Etten, there we go.
Like, I was kind of thinking of, like, if I did maybe use like a were crocodile or the were moose, but like the moose be like an elk or something.
Yeah, barbarian works really well. Barbarian works really well. Blood hunter works really well. Just like natively, like you don't even have to really do anything for it. You just
like
say
things.
I'm going into my rage and turn into a crocodile.
Yeah,
like sweet.
Because there's a animal instinct barbarian which basically does that. So
yeah, and it works. It works really well for that purpose. You just, instead of being like, oh, I'm fighting like a bear, it's like, yo, you're a fucking bear now.
Yeah.
You can also do it as a druid, and instead of the druid one's a little more of a stretch because you basically don't play as a caster. And so the times that you can transform into an animal are you only polymorph into the one thing, and you transform into like a hybrid form when you do that, and that works. It does work. And then you just have to be cool with your spells, being like, I'm gonna give myself, super bite this turn, and then you reflavor whatever you're doing, or I'm enlarging myself because I'm getting real mad. It's like, cool, that's great. It's a lot. It's self-regulating, right? Like you have to be in charge of making it seem like a werewolf. Would a were crocodile have a long nose? Yeah, I don't see why not. Can you give me a reason they wouldn't? That's a legitimate question.
mean, like in their hybrid form, definitely,
Or are you thinking
and
like
then they're like
Killer Croc?
animal form.
Not a big fan of Killer Croc.
See, DC.
Yeah.
Okay, because isn't there also like a lizard man in like Spider-Man comics?
Yeah. His name's the Lizard.
Oh, very creative.
Yeah. No, Killer Croc is I think Killer Croc is. There have been some times when he does look like a crocodile. Like they give him the crocodile head, but most of the time they kind of play him off as like a carnival like freak show type thing.
Yeah,
Where
a carny.
I'm trying to think of the name because it was a pretty like it's a common carnival trope of the
Yeah, like the lizard man.
or human alligator or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I think that was the original intent, and then as it progressed, they made him more and more just brutally lizard. And I think in the latest comics, he's like, especially in the Dark Knight video game and stuff, like you have normal person, and then you have Killer Croc. Like he's big boy. And he's turned into something more like the Hulk than anything else. But still has tiny head. Just no ears and creepy. I would give them the crocodile head. 100%.
I also love there's like in the Divine Mysteries book that came out like 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
They have an entry for a frost giant god who also happens to be a giant polar bear.
Nice. I was gonna get that for jump rope, but I did not.
And like his like little moniker is like the old bear, and he's like all about like shipbuilding and the hunt, and seems kind of two different areas, but
Yeah. Money, please. I've been poor kid.
have some more.
Poor kid for a while. Start charging jump rope for babysitting. I want to buy you pretty things. Give me money. Okay.
So another thing I liked about the were creature archetype, you at 6th level, you depending on your whatever your were creature form is, there's like a few different like special like attack feats. So there's like were moose gets antler rush,
Oh yeah, yeah.
where crocodiles get death roll.
I was gonna say yeah. It's like grapple constrict, I think. Is that right?
You attempt a jaw strike attack against the grab creature, and with a +2 circumstance bonus, if you're fighting in the water, if the strike hits, you knock the creature prone.
Oh, interesting. What does the shark do? Is it rend? Is it some kind of
Feeding frenzy.
I swear one of them got a constrict damage, where if you're grappling them, you just do damage. But I can't, maybe it was a gorilla or something. I might.
There's probably the bear hug.
Bear hug. Okay.
You hug your opponent and make another claw strike against the same target. If this strike hits the target, is grabbed until the end of your turn.
Okay.
Unless you move or your target escapes.
Free grapples.
And then I guess just afterwards you can just squeeze. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Nope, I was just saying shit. It is 2:18. We've gotten a lot of done today. Wow, my brain bad. We're gonna call it.
Get her done.
I think we're done. That's all we got for this week. We'll have another post up next week on Monday. I will be working on the video game this weekend as well as next week. I want to get some games out, some like keys out to people to play it. So hopefully I'll be able to get a package out at least, without actually uploading it or anything. But we're gonna keep working on that. We're gonna start doing some character design for those things. Patreon rewards went out today, so look for in your mail for some stickers if you're a bugbear or above. I think that's it. I think that's all I got. I will post these on the Discord for people to what they want to use them for their home games and whatnot. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out today, everybody. Thanks for letting me deal with the kid. Hopefully, like, I'm trying to get him in a pattern of going to take a nap at 11 o'clock. So we might be streaming a little bit later just so I have some time to get him to take a nap. But then we'll have, hopefully, more time as he's getting used to sleeping in the other room instead of sleeping right next to me. So that's all I got. Thanks again. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. We'll catch everybody next week, and we'll put up a new post on Monday, so you can put your character suggestions there. Not a big fan of Pathfinder, so I don't know the ones, but it's really awesome. Are they really that many races in Pathfinder? Yeah, they did a lot of were creatures in Pathfinder. It's great. So check them out. They work really well for 5e. I've done a video on a couple of them, so check those out. Share those videos. Other than that, we'll see everybody later. Bye!